right, guys, welcome back to Dude Ranch DIY. Jake here. It is a beautiful fall day. I do not have any work today, so we are out in the wood yard and going to be splitting some wood. Now, if you see here behind me, I did some modifications here to the splitter, did some pressure testing on the valve to hopefully alleviate the bending of the bolt. Turns out that the bolt is just too short or too narrow in diameter. It's a 7/16 inch bolt. So I got on the phone with Jared from RuggedMade, and I'm getting a whole new cylinder. They will be sending me a new cylinder with like a 1-inch pin instead of a 7/16 inch bolt, and that should fix the problem once and for all. I think the splitter's just making too much pressure for that little bolt. So that's the story with that. Then, as you can see here, I fabricated up this nifty little trailer hitch fork slip-on, thing here to help move the splitter around. So I was able to get it into position right here, and I'm gonna have to jockey it around just to get it into its final position by hand. But this thing is awesome so far. I drilled a hole through my fork, just secures with a pin there. 1, 2, 3. Super easy. All right, guys, so we got the splitter into its final position here, back right over the little kindling catcher. And the other day when I posted that video of all the locusts, the beautiful firewood poles going through the chipper, at the end of the day, I went and I picked up this load of nice firewood poles. There's plenty more, so we're gonna see how this load goes. And we can always go and get more. A guy like clear cut a bunch of land for like 10 different houses in a subdevelopment he's building, and I got hooked up with him. So plenty of nice firewood logs, but we're going to sink our chains into this today. Okay guys, we got all these rounds bucked up here in front of the splitter, ready to go. IBC tote is like, I don't know, like 2/3 of the way full. So we're gonna fire up the RuggedMade and test it out. This will probably be one of the last times we split with it while having this bolt issue. Hopefully by the next video, we might have a new cylinder in there. So here we go. All right, guys, so as you can see, I got a nice pile of rounds here, all cut up next to the splitter, ready to go. That trailer load is dwindling, almost gone there. So I've decided it's worth it more for me to just cut up and stage all these rounds here and then wait for, you know, one of my buddies or Sarah or something to help me split them, because it goes so much faster, especially with these smaller rounds, you know, where you just push them through. But I kind of glossed over before the fact that RuggedMade is going above and beyond and sending me a brand new cylinder to alleviate the problem of my bent bolts here. So as you can see, that bolt was brand new this morning, grade 8, 7/16 bolt, and it keeps bending. So basically, in talking with Jared on the phone at length over the past couple months, done a bunch of different things. I tried testing the pressure, as I mentioned, with the pressure valve on the Prince auto cycle valve. Pressures were fine. It's right to spec where it was supposed to be. But basically, what Jared and I determined is that this cylinder at some point, now I bought this unit used from a guy, and I think what we've determined is that at some point he must have had an issue with this cylinder. And the cylinder that's currently on there that I bought it with, this 5 by 3.5 inch cylinder with a 30-inch stroke, is a replacement cylinder, because Jared was very specific in saying that this cylinder should not have such a big reduction right here. Basically, it should be, I think it's like 2 3/4 inch reduction, going from 3.5 down to 2 3/4. And this is currently reduced down to 1.5 inches, which is why the bolt on it is so small. It's a 7/16 bolt. And basically, that cylinder that's on my splitter right now is basically designed, I believe, for their 22-ton model. So this cylinder, it's just not designed to be on a unit this powerful, which is why the bolt is breaking. So they, like I said, are going above and beyond, sending me a brand new cylinder with that larger, reduction. So it'll be able to withstand, or it takes, I guess, a 1-inch pin, which definitely won't be breaking anytime soon or bending. And it'll be able to utilize the auto cycle functionality that I have on there and the dump valve and everything, just like my current setup, but it's gonna have that bigger pin. So I won't have to break these bolts quite so often, which I'm super excited, looking into the future, because I always have, it's like something that I just dread, coming out here and splitting. And I know pretty much every 1.5 to 2 cords, sometimes I can squeak out 3 cords, my bolt will eventually break and I have to replace it, and it's kind of a pain in the butt. So going forward, no more broken bolts. So I don't know if you can tell here, but we got blue skies over there and a very gray, dark skies over here. So I think Lou and I have to wrap it up. Louie, what do you say? Huh, buddy? You ready to go in? He's been so patiently waiting right under here, underneath this table. I think we're gonna have to call it. I was hoping to get the rest of this pile or load of logs cut up, but we only got 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe like 5 or 6 more of these short logs to cut up, so we can do that next time. Winds are picking up, time to head in. So today we didn't get done quite as much splitting as I had hoped, but my buddy was nice enough to come over and help me out, do some splitting. He has quite a splitter back at his house. He's actually built it himself, and I keep trying to convince him to let me come over and take a video, film a video of him explaining his homemade splitter. It is pretty awesome. So you have that to look forward to, a little teaser there. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see one badass splitter that was totally homemade, everything. I think the only thing he bought were the valves and the couplers and the hydraulic tank. Every other part on the thing he made himself, and it's super impressive. But that's gonna be it for this video, guys. We got a cord, or not a cord and a half, about half a cord cut, split, and stacked this morning. And then this whole big pile of rounds here behind me that hopefully Sarah will be able to help me with next time we're out here in the wood yard. But that's it for this one, guys. As always, if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button down below. We got a bunch of new subscribers since I did the back 40 little interview on Beyond the Stack. So welcome to all you guys that are new to the channel. We do a lot of firewood and tractor stuff, property maintenance around here, so hope you guys enjoy. If you're new to the channel, give me a comment down below. Just let me know that you're new and say hi. Any questions, comments, or feedback, put it in the comment section below. that's it for this time. I'm Jake. This is Dude Ranch DIY. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you here next time.